that's called an expectation. If you have a set of expectations when you're headed to the gathering, whether it's a tavern, a restaurant, a bar, a coffee shop, a pizza, or anything of that nature, a club, a disco, party, whichever of that sorts of categories of social human interaction, you're always bringing something that has been existing in people's folders, in people's inventory ever since, and it's called expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the S2E8 episode. Today I'm going to address the issues within the relationships and friendships, and something that's called a burden as well when you put it in the brackets next to the expectations. So what are expectations? Expectations are a set of desires and requests that you're actually having that you want to have for people to address you and respect you when you go to a certain XYZ place I just mentioned a couple of moments ago. So in that case, a context with those expectations, you can actually get disappointed. So what do I mean by that? So if you set out, and this is not me talking about when you're trying to achieve your goals and being in the Delulu mind state. That's I support that, to be Delulu, to go to Honolulu. I fucking support it. But this is an entire different tab that you have to open and listen with your ears, with your retriever ears. Listen, check this out. Expectations, when it comes to the people, it's complete opposite to the expectations of making your own goals. I mean by that is that when you're making those expectations with the people and they are on the higher tier, you're gonna get severely disappointed. And when I say disappointed, I mean disappointed that you're expecting from them to deliver some A+ A game level every single time you interact with them, which is not the case. So with the people themselves, they're a messy bunch, and that they have their own quirks and schizophrenia and whatever the obligations and whatever they're having. So given with the current expansion of the freedom in the 21st century and technology and money and whatnot and blah blah, but the expectations are something you should lower for the people, because of your mental state, because of your mental health, because of your disappointment or a threat or a danger, imminent danger to get into depression. And that shouldn't be the case ever, because humans are fragile beings. Humans are safe zones, safety nets. So you can't just bring like a ton of dynamite on a bridge and say, hey guys, let's try bungee jumping, and you press the button and dynamite go. No, that's going to upset the establishment, the established order, the people. They love their status quos and they love their safe zones. What I mean by that is that you have to lower expectations for the people and higher expectations for you when you're trying to achieve what you want to achieve in your life. In this context, I mean that don't sweat it too much when you're going, as I mentioned at the beginning of my video, when you go to a tavern, to a bar, to a coffee shop, pizza restaurant, party, whichever of that case that you like to go when you love to drink wine, like my friend, and just have some expectations that's going to be just that. Nothing more, nothing less. For me, I have only one tab in my document, in my head. So I go with this one expectation and I'm rarely disappointed because I don't expect anything else from them. I take the expectation in my head and I go for, there is like a minor rectangle, and and I have it in my head. I kind of go, there is one checkmark list and people to act retarded, and 99% of time they do, and I checkmark, and that's it. And I cannot get disappointed because that's my only expectation. Whenever I go to any socialization interaction, that's my only expectation, and I am not disappointed. That's it. But if you put on your list like another additional 17 required items for you to expect from other people to do it unconsciously or consciously for you, you're gonna get disappointed every single time, almost every single time. But the point is, you cannot expect from people who are around you or people who are across you, some random people we have never met in the life in the fucking first place, and then expect for them to give you some A+ treatment, Madison Square Garden party. That's like a unrealistic expectations. As I mentioned, there is a difference between me supporting your goals and being the Lulu to get to Honolulu, but for people, don't fucking expect it for one singular thread bit, because people are messy, people are schizo, and people are fucked up, as George Carlin say. The planet is fine, I don't dispute that. The people are fucked. Now that's the core and gist I'm headed towards myself to, in believing that as a misanthropic person. And as I mentioned with my expectations just a few minutes ago, I put that one singular tab in my head and I don't get disappointed. I see people, they're gonna get retarded, they get retarded, check mark. And my quote of the day is filled, so I don't expect anything else. I just vibe and I just chill with myself. That's the best answer I can get. It doesn't, so don't get me wrong, I know what you're probably thinking, nah, I've been to the bigger and smaller environment, it's the same shit. So whenever you go, dude, I can go to fucking Belgrade and it's just going to be one tab, people acting retarded, check. I don't get disappointed, that's my expectation, and I don't get disappointed. But, here is a opposite example, but, if I put like 25 additional check marks on my tab, on my list, on my blank sheet of paper, and I expect from a driver in BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Toyota, Golf to give me some sort of, I don't know, XY reasons to love Belgrade even more. Belgrade is just like a example. I can be like novice, you fucking get the picture. But the point is, I don't expect that much from people and I don't get disappointed. Like Loki said to Ragnar, don't expect too much even for your own people. You avoid a disappointment. So the expectations are something that can kill you if you put it too much, and especially if you put it on the expectations for the people but not for yourself. You see, you couldn't expect, like, it's schizophrenic for you when you go, let's say, to a gym. It's expected from you, not from the other people, from your brain, from yourself only. When you go to a gym to level up for yourself, if some people are going to be happy that you're going to, gym and whatever the fuck, good. But those people in the gym have their own side quests and main quests. Those people in the gym are not that interested in you, and those people in the gym are not interested in what you're interested in. So don't go into that object of socialization and expect that some miracle is going to happen, because it's not. It's people. People are gonna be, especially, let's say it's gym, so I expect for people just to work and do lifts and bench presses and left and right and up and down. Those are basic expectations. That's my bare minimum. But still, I have in the brackets a possibility they're gonna act retarded, which a lot of people who have been to the gym 50,000 times in the past 25 years have seen that people can act retarded. So it's not that far-fetched from the truth now, ain't it? The point is that what you should be putting on your list of doing main quest and side quest is that you should be for you, not for other people. Because if I go, let's say, to some celebration for the 31st of December for the Catholic New Year, and I go to some place in Belgrade and I expect for that certain place I've paid money to turn into some Las Vegas, I don't know, some sort of a Las Vegas miracle or Las Vegas party time where I'm just gonna be blasted. Now, given the circumstances in the country, I don't expect that much, because music itself is going to be questionable. Now, if it's a foreign music, and I'm talking about like a techno and rave and house and those type of genres, post-rock even, but post-rock is kind of way too stupid to play it for the new year because it doesn't make any fucking sense. But I'm talking about like a techno and house and drum and bass and blah blah. If that is my expectation, at least when I'm going to that type of a place, okay, it's going to be fun, and I have my expectations, my interest to get entertained, because I am putting the burden of entertainment into somebody else's hands, and I'm expecting from them, because as you know, with your logic, you're paying money to have fun, to be entertained. You're putting that obligation and burden into somebody else's hands, into the people who organize it, to make it memorable, to make it pleasurable, to make it amazing. That's up to them, not to you. It's for you to, let's say it like this, to tap into that frequency that they have put themselves for the collective of the herd when they go into those parties. And then it's up to you if you want to tap it or not. If you don't want to tap into that frequency, most likely you're going to get bored by, let's say, the middle of the party or at the end of the party. So let's say post midnight post midnight or something of that nature. So if you think that for a second it's going to be anything different, that's on you, because by now you should have gotten used to the people's behavior and patterns and cases and the way they behave and act. And it's not a very rocket science that people in my Sorabendia love to complicate it. My dude, it's very simple. People go there to get wasted, and people go there to get laid, and people go there just to forget about themselves and their obligations for one singular night. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not that complicated. But people, for some reason, they love to higher up their expectations for the people, for them to be something they're not. Well, it's just like a party, man. I expect from a party, for example, I'm giving another example. I'm expecting from a party to be, okay, I put expectation on 85%. 15 might do some conditions and whatever the fuck. But point is that in this context, I'm setting up the criteria 85%. That if I'm going to the party, should be good, I guess. I don't know who is organizing it, whatever. Maybe if music genre is not our genre from Sorabendia, now the chances are slightly increasing. Now I'm going to get to enjoy myself and finally just chill out, and nobody's going to bother me and ask me some retarded questions. I don't give a fuck answering them in the first place, because I'm not obligated by my constitution to say anything. But point is that if you go to a place where it's your preference and your criteria, now you can have some expectations. But when you go to some unrandom stuff, but the golden rule of having a blast in parties and stuff of like that, like when you're going to socialize with people, if it's in your frequency, if it's in your area, if it's your area of preference in music, now is going to be good time, because those people themselves, they are coming to the same frequency you are. So there are bigger chances for you to have a blast and meet somebody and a new group of people and blah blah blah, and why the fuck not. But the point is that you cannot go with let's say 89.3 frequency and you want to tap into 94.6. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. It's not the same radio station and it's not the same genre you're listening to. Now if you're probably going to say, yeah, but I'm open to everything. That's the most mainstream sentence I've heard in my life when you ask people what music they listen to, and usually they say I listen from Silvana to Nirvana, which is a bullshit, because if I play some metal that I listen or post-rock, they're going to get bored. So it's just like a cop-out answer for them not to get into verbal explanations with the people, because music taste in Sorabendia, it's always up for debate and they always love to argue amongst themselves and back and forth and why the fuck not. But the point is that if you're enjoying with a similar type and chill and vibe, now you're gonna get not disappointed. But as the topic of this video, if you go to some place and it's not the same frequency and the people are completely tuned out or something else entirely is at place or at stake, then if you get disappointed, that's on you, because you have set your expectations high, and you shouldn't. For some cases, or in my case for the most cases, I just put one tab and I see them, it's less than 5 to 6 seconds, check, and that's it. I can go to the best party, let's say I can go to fucking New York, and I can go to Los Angeles, I can go to Berlin, to any European or America city, and I put tab, people are gonna act retarded, check, and that's it. But still, I'm going to enjoy to the music and to the vibe, but my quote of the day is filled out, so they cannot disappoint me anymore, because they already exceeded it's just one tab and one requirement, and they do it every single time. Check, that's it. And I can get to chill the fuck out to the entire night up until even 9 a.m 10 a.m. I can just listen to that. Let's say if it's rave or techno, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I can listen to that without no fucking problem, because I'm straight edge I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I'm better than you. That's my mantra to being a straight edge. But the point is that in this context, I don't get disappointed because I have only one tab for people and it gets checked out most of the time. So I just go, yeah, that's it. And I just move on. And that's the secret. So as I mentioned, sorry for repeating for myself on this video, but the expectation should be higher for you only when you're trying to achieve your dreams and whatever the hell you imagine yourself doing so. But for the other kind, for the people, lower the bar, because they can, but it's mostly like a Halley's Comet. It can show up once in a while, it can, but don't put your hopes that much. Because at the end of the day, it's important that you don't get disappointed because you're expecting something from people. Don't expect anything. Expect for them to be retarded, like me. And I go, yeah, that's it. But if you go to somewhere else and keep those expectations low and high for yourself, and don't try, and somebody might go say, yeah, but you haven't been to some, yeah, dude, I've been to the XYZ parties, and my tab has always, used to be higher, used to add some higher expectations, but not from the people I'm hanging out with or going for them. I'm expecting from the collective just to make it a bigger atmosphere. And usually when I used to put expectations from the people, then I would get, kind of disappointed and meh, and getting hyped up for something that should happen, but it's not. But if I put something for myself, now that's a completely another story. That's what you should do. So I'm going to end video very soon. So the point is that in this world, DNA, age, and climate of the 21st century, expectations are something that can get you killed, especially with the people. So when you go somewhere, don't fucking put your expectations into other people's hands, because people can, I'm not saying they cannot, they can, but not that much as you're trying to trip yourself if you believe that people are good and bullshit. But point is that in this case of context, but if you think for yourself that you should be good, as I mentioned, you can work on your dreams and have high expectations, which is perfectly fine, but for them, don't do it. It's not worth it, and it's not worthy for you to go with a brown face, with disappointment or some expectations, and don't blame others because you put those expectations higher up on your list and it didn't came up. Gee, imagine, man, I wonder whose fault it is. Don't blame, in that case, context, don't blame the people, because the people are, you get the point. So thank you for coming to the S2E8, S2E9 probably will be in a couple of days, I'll see, but I will let you know. Thank you for coming to this channel. Sorry for repeating myself a couple of times. I just wanted to knock some of my points from the ballpark. Thank you for S2E8. Believe in Christ because Christ is King. Become straight edge. Fuck the government. And just when I think, as George Carlin used to say, no, fuck everybody.